He's pitching the ball up, Bhandari, which is a nice thing because he wants that swing away from the left-hander. Maybe he just needs to change his line a bit. He's getting outside the off stump, trying to shape away. Maybe if he just changes his line to middle and off, that'll be a slightly better opportunity for him. In case it straightens, there is a chance of an LBW as well. Better, much better, but equally well played. Gave enough time for Shabir to hold himself back and play down the onside region. It's a better line from Bhandari.
And good captaincy by Paras as well, because he's changed that fieldsman, place where he drove the ball so very well. Next ball, he had a fieldsman there. Went straight to him. Nudge tried to take a quick single. Shabir said no. Maybe something Ashfaq could have said to his captain if he had any doubts of reaching the other end. Another inside edge. Quite a few inside edges in the last couple of overs. On another day, easily one of them have gone on to hit the stumps. Gone past. So far, so good for UAE.
Lovely. He is very, very impressive, Lalit Bhandari. He's bowled 6 overs and he is so very consistent with pitching the ball up and getting it to move away from the left-hander. That's not an easy ball to bowl to. It's not a natural angle as well. He can manage to do that. It's real skill.
That's the points table ahead of the final round of matches in the ICC World Cricket League Championship. Netherlands at the top with 18 points. UAE at the bottom. Nepal just 9 points. Both teams are out of contention from making it to the World Cup qualifiers. Change in bowling. Sushan Bhari.
उल्टी अच्छी कराता मेरे ख्याल में दादी उल्टी अच्छी करा तो बच्चा सारा निद्रा कर रहा है ना पसंद तौला करने मिल जाए तुझी रख उल्टा आकर देखेंगे पूरा नाम क्या है ठीक से तौलाई
71 for 1. UAE looking good to chase down this target.
Yes.
Playing for pride.
Oh, very, very cheeky, the first ball that he played. Ooh.
Come on, Sandu. Stand there. Outside.
It was always on. It's just that the ball didn't reach him well in time for the shot to be completed. Let's bet a couple here for Rohan Mustafa.
Check, boys, check.
Waited on it, placed it behind square leg.
Sandeep started off well.
Sandy. Sandy.
Another shout, but really pitched outside the leg stump.
Sandy.
Sprightly character Sandeep Lamichanne.
1 wicket here, boys. 1 wicket here. Come, Sandy.
He's just excited. That's a big one. Goes down for a half a dozen. Rohan Mustafa stamping his authority over Lamichanne.
Oh, that's a nice shot. You know, left-handers can dominate leg spin bowling. Right in the arc for Rohan Mustafa.
1 wicket.
Extremely well timed. Got himself into position of the little shimmy across to the off stump and a free flow of the arms.
Short delivery. Rohan Mustafa would be thinking he missed on an opportunity there. 79 for 1. You're talking of left-handers dominating leg spinners. One of the true domination in one-day internationals. I saw Saeed Anwar dominating Anil Kumble. 96-97. I think similar season it was Brian Lara who dominated Shane Warne in Australia. Two great left-handers, two distinguished leg spinners. The great battles that we've seen in the past.
The left-hander who played a blind knock for Nepal really run a ball. Basant Regmi. He's the new bowler. Made his debut against the UAE in 2014. So he's been around this team for a while now for Nepal. I'm surprised that either a left arm spinner or a leg spinner has been introduced by Paras Khadka in front of the two left-handers. An off spinner or any bowler who can take the ball away from the two left-handers.
Yeah, that's an interesting approach. Improvises. Shabbir. Gets a couple more. Both looking good. Rohan Mustafa and Shabbir. The captain Paras Khadka, who bowled medium pace, himself bowls off spin too. But yes, with the ball coming in, it'll be way easier for the batsman. the two lefties.
That's dangerous. Not often do you see a shot like that being played when a slip is standing. Round 7 of the ICC World Cricket League, the final round before the teams book a place in the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe early in 2018.
Over.
14 gone, 81 for 1.
Oh, boys. Sandy. Good thinking, Sandy.
Sandeep to continue. Reverse sweep comes out and very, very well played there by Rohan Mustafa. The execution of that shot was spot on. The fact that he knew where the backward point fielder is and how much away from him he needs to place that, that was the key. And managed to keep it along the ground as well.
Perfectly executed. As you said, not only
It's all
placed
no
well,
worries,
but
guys.
also struck along the
Coming.
ground. So
It's coming.
had he hit it at the fielder,
Go
wouldn't have
Fix the
been
sender.
all the risk.
Talak bun.
So come on, Skip. What are you going to do
No,
here
make
to
it
get
out.
Nepal back into the game?
I'll move that slip fielder out and place him at a short fine leg,
Sandy.
because that's where the regular sweep will be going. And what it also does is this creates that extra bit of gap between the square leg, which is presently pretty deep at the moment. So the backward square leg and a short fine leg, there is a huge gap and an easy single. I would rather take that slip out and place it at a single saving position. At least that will deter the batsman from playing the horizontal bat shots, because they know that you won't be getting anything from there.
Ball, Sandy. Very close, yeah.
Runs are coming too easy at the moment, that's for sure. All just need to clamp down a little bit. 2 or 3 tidy overs, build up a bit of pressure.
Nicely. The googly came in. Good variation by the youngster.
Wickets always help.
Change in the field. The shot. Fine leg. Has actually been asked to go towards the boundary. He's not fully at the boundary. The long leg fielder. Still maintaining 5 fielders inside the ring.
Oh, yeah, no. Yes.
But for that one moment of madness running between the wickets, it's been very, very easy for the UAE so far. 86 runs coming from 15 overs. That's way in excess of anything we saw from the Nepalese when they batted earlier. Thought Ashfaq was going particularly well when he was run out. But good scoring rates there from all the Emirates batsmen.
be close, very close. He was playing across the line there. The only thing is, did he go out of the line while playing that shot? Ooh, the middle and the leg stump is pretty much visible there. Still struck him outside the line.
Excellent running. Very quickly for a second.
Mustafa is batting well. He realizes that initially, after he made a few flashes outside the off stump and a couple of chances, possible chances against his name, he's really steadied the ship as a captain for UAE. That little rush of blood in terms of having a run out, a miscommunication with his partner. After that, since the time that his partnership with Shabir has developed, he's really grown in stature. Picks up ones and twos at ease. He's managing to find the gaps.
Oh, just falling short. Leading edge there into the offside. And it just hung in the air. And it wouldn't come down. Oh dear, let's look at this again. Oh!
48 runs, the partnership between Shabir and Mustafa.
That sort of chances for when you're having a bad dream, isn't it? Where you just keep going and you're never going to quite get there. Couldn't get his hand underneath it.
Yes. Looking
to pierce the offside, but getting a thick edge on that.
This one. Sandy. Takes off. Sandy. Come, Sandy. Deep. Work it out, boys. Come on.
The batsmen know where they're finding their runs, and with Kadko in there at slip, of course there's just that little bit of extra room in the field.
Okay, good take, Sandy. Beautiful. Well done, Sandu.
Not called a wide. Rohan Mustafa's not happy.
Sandy. Salak one.
He feels it should have been.
Missed out there, but that's the 50 partnership with that single. Could have brought up his half century as well. It was a half track, really. He should have clobbered it into the leg side somewhere. That's wide, and it's going to be 4 in total, 4 wides in total. 1 for the wide and 3 runs. Which brings Mustafa on strike on 49. Not going to get it there. 1 ball left in the over there. Want to get it before drink, surely. Not going to. That is drinks then, and far more for the Nepal side to think about than the Arab Emirates. They're going very nicely indeed. 96 for 1 off 17. We'll take a short break. And we're ready to go again.
Still number 5, shot number 5. Make it 5.
Just a brief
259, sorry.
break there for drinks. A chance for the Nepal side to perhaps, work out what they're going to do to break this stand. Stand worth 54 runs.
Sorry guys, 5 number back.
Comfortable drive down the ground. There are just too many gaps at the moment. There's a single almost anywhere for the batsman, and that's what Mustafa needs. A single for his 50. Dispense with the helmet now, just batting in the Emirati cap. So a single for his 50.
Good ball.
Maybe it will be nice if he can get the long on fielder inside the ring. For Rohan Mustafa's looking for a single. Easy pickings for him on the back foot. Wanted to come back for two. Just a little stutter for Shabir. And Rohan Mustafa raises his bat to acknowledge the dressing room. 55 balls with the 1, 6 and 6 boundaries. Well played, Rohan Mustafa.
A little premeditated, that one, I don't know. Trying to just scoop it over the keeper. Odd bit of cricket. Now he's got his 50, we're going to see Mustafa go downtown, go big. No, sensible. That's the 100 for the United Arab Emirates. So 122 more runs required to win. They're doing it easily at the moment. Just needs to be some more energy about Nepal in the field. They've got to make something happen. Just wide of mid-wicket. One more.
Keep the ball up.
18 gone, 101 for 1.
Here's how he got to his 50, or at least the shots. One or two streaky ones through the slips. But that was in the air. There's a big 6 in the middle here somewhere. A very good reverse sweep. And there he is, well batted, Skip.
Ball, Sarada. I'm shot. Oh, boys. एक चीज यार अलिकति enjoy गर्यो. Come on. Oh, boys.
Bowling.
Stop, stop.
Solkron, he's the reason that Nepal have got a sniff of a chance in this game. 81 not out with the bat, splendid knock.
Ball, Sarada. Good start, yeah, ball, Sarada.
Well, it was always time that an off-spinner was introduced in the attack. Two similar sort of bowlers were bowling from either ends for Nepal. still maintaining a slip as a closer and catching in a short mid-wicket. That's not where he was keen on letting a single go. Regmi was closing in on the bat from the short mid-wicket position. Just ran himself a little too much to get the ball past him.
Bowling shot. That's it. Tight here. Good tight over here. That's the way. That's the way. Come, Taradai.
I'm not too sure whether the slip has any role to play for either of the spinners.
Only two.
There's
That's
not
it.
been enough
That's
turn.
it. 1 wicket here, boys.
Boys are pretty much comfortable playing down the ground as well. Maybe a little change in the routine of the skipper for Nepal, Paras Khadka. He himself is standing there. Again runs. It's been an expensive over. They don't have runs to let off and give UAE that easily. 19 gone, 106 for 1.
To be fair to these two batters, though, they are not taking any chances. They're just working the singles. They know that it's not a challenging target. They know that they're moving smoothly towards it. They know they've got a wickets in hand. And at this stage, all they need to do. Nepal have to make something happen. The UAE can just go merrily on their way at the moment, picking up the singles, hitting the bad ball.
Smashed down the mid-wicket boundary. Played across the line. Did Shabir. Welcome change. He's taken the attack and making sure that he starts toying with the bowling because he's really timing the ball well here. Such a stark difference in comparison to the game against the Afghanistan team. They were running into Rashid Khan, his spell of bowling. Such a stark difference in terms of approach by the UAE batsmen. They look much more in control and in confidence as well, picking up the singles at ease.
And that's the halfway mark, 111 for 1. All the ones there. Not yet 20 overs bowled. Around his paddle a little bit there, the skipper. He's been in for what, 10 overs that he's faced, so he's no doubt seeing it well enough, but left himself a little exposed. Had he missed that one?
Well played again. That shot has yielded results for Rohan Mustafa. all day for him wherever he's wanted to hit it. Extremely well played. Yet another boundary.
Struck that cleanly, didn't he? What impresses me with that shot is he's hitting it along the ground. Often with a reverse sweep, you'll see it hit in the air. So he's been in perfect control of those. And after 20 overs, really the only way that Nepal have looked like taking a wicket is with that mix-up on the run-out. But to be fair, there have been a couple of edges through the slips as well.
Boys! One good ball here, boys. Let's keep it there. Come on, boys!
UAE.
One wicket here.
About the task. Restricting to 2-1 the Nepal team. Comfortably placed here. Runs coming at ease. Another 106 required for victory.
Bowling, Sarad bhai. Nice bowling.
I'm sure at the end of the cricket league or the teams that make it to qualifiers, they'll have ample time to sit back and take the positives out of this tournament. Everybody's been playing around in similar conditions. They are pretty much uniform.
That was in the air for a little while, but well wide of backward point of short third man.
Stay there. Huh? One, Sarada.
Finally, the slip comes out.
It's an important part of captaincy as to when to attack and when to release that pressure, when not to have a fielder around. There's no point having a slip fielder or a close catch and fielder if the bowler is not able to make utilization of that fielding position.
All you're actually doing is just creating more space for the batsmen to get their singles.
Yeah, and there are some batsmen intimidated by a close-in fielder around them, so that's all right. But as a leader, you quickly need to assess whether are you using that fielder or are you wasting that position.
And if you're going to have a close fielder, there are other positions than slip, of course.
Clear, the infield was never trying to hit it over too much. There's a fielder patrolling the boundary at the cover area. 21 gone, 119 for 1.
Kaka speaking to his bowler, who experienced, of course, Rajmi. Needs something to happen. And a wide to start the over, that doesn't help either. You do just get the feeling, though, that Mustafa isn't content to get these runs in singles. He wants to play a few big shots. He wants to entertain. Oh, careless bit of fielding there. A single that didn't need to happen. Must have just taken his eye off the ball here. Oh dear.
Oh my God.
Very quiet phase of play at the moment, with the exception of a few big shots from the UAE skipper. Certainly this man content to get them in singles at the moment, Shabir. Rotating the strike very well. We'll have a rotation of commentators in a minute, with Sikandar coming back in to be joined by Zohaib.
Still just that one wicket, 121 for 1. UAE halfway through now. Require 101 more to win this match. With 9 wickets in hand, you'd say they're on their way to beat Nepal, unless something special can be done by the bowlers here. Rohan, after living dangerously earlier on, has now got some good shots going. As you can see, 61 of 67, almost run a ball now. Sweeping that from in front of the stumps, and finds the fielder. Well done there at this square-leggish position. That's very well done. Not only looked good, also stopped the batsman from taking a single. And ending the over with 1 for 1 on board, and Sohaib just making it look easy, UAE here. Thought that some more wickets earlier on would have made this more interesting. Not that it's over yet, but you can see it on the screen. Already 6 bowlers have been tried, so he's tried every possible option that he had.
UAE cruising along here until Nepal can break through, and if they can get the captain, they'll have a sniff. Thrown Mustafa going strong. There was difficult chances at the start. There was one catch as well that was dropped in the point region. No, he's at ease, feeling at home. Rohan Mustafa.
That's it, boys. That's it here.
The only cause for concern for UAE has been the running between the wickets. That hasn't been ideal. Confusions, a run out too, close shaves. But apart from that, the way they have rotated the strike, taken the opportunities,
Stay in there.
hit the boundaries, maneuvered the gaps, done a wonderful job.
Yeah, Sarad Bhai. Nice, Sarad Bhai. जलास तो लागिसक्यो मलाई अब
this wicket is so good for batting that it makes any bowling attack look pretty ordinary. We saw Rashid Khan the other day in the 4-day game going wicketless through the day. We expected to get something from the opposition. So it's hard work for Nepal. As you said, if you can get one wicket and try to capitalize from there, keep attacking on the weak link, the new batsman. But till then, this is how important those drop catches become then on these wickets. If you drop them earlier on, you heavily pay for them, and you are at the moment with just one down at 123.
There was a bit of movement at the start for Bhandari. And that's out. Edged and taken to the breakthrough they were looking for. Visaukar, who was brilliant with the bat, has just provided the most important breakthrough as Rohan Mustafa makes his way back to the pavilion.
It was getting closer to his body, trying to cut that. Also got that X bounce, and the keeper did well to get it on the second attempt. And Ron knew it, yes. It was a big noise there. So he's given the start they wanted. In fact, taking them halfway through the target, 62 of 71. And it's 1, 2, 3 for 2.
Ravi Shehzad walks in. He took a great catch earlier in the day. Now he has to do the job with the bat. It looked good in the second innings of the ICC Intercontinental Cup. I was playing on the front foot, yawning at the moment. Ramesh Shehzad. He had heavy lunch, I guess.
Well, you better wake up now, because it's his turn to bat. Here we go now. This might be the opportunity where the UAE batsman would like to score quick.
Shakti Gochan. Ghulam Shabbir will face him. A breakthrough for Nepal. 123 for 2. They would love to take another one in quick succession. Works away. That's been the good part of Ghulam Shabbir's batting. He's taken the singles well. He's found the gaps.
Next time, yeah. Sun in front of your face. So you don't bother. You're not using any sun cream.
When you look at the required run rate, 3.68, you get a feeling that you got to bowl them out. Have a look at this action from Shakti. Down the wicket of the charge and beats the fielder at short mid wicket as well, but enough protection on the onside. You're coming back to the point of 3.71 if that's the required run rate. As a fielding captain, you fielding now, you got to bowl them out.
No other option. I don't think so. They'll be able to restrict them. They need to get them out, because if they are able to play 45, 48 overs, should win it.
Good over.
24 overs gone, 126 for 2. Nepal 221 for 6. Put into bat by Rohan Mustafa. Vesaukar 81. And UAE 126 for 2. Going strong. They just lost their captain a couple of overs ago. Shapir looking good. Joined by Ramesh Shehzad. Vesaukar, the successful bowler, continues.
Yes.
Again, the calling. He called him and then said no. The running between the wickets hasn't been good. Generally, the calling too. What do you think has been the reason for that?
Dot balls here, boys. Come on.
I don't know, in the earlier part of the UAE innings, we saw a run out as well. There was hesitation. When you when you look at that small period of time when Rohan was batting with Ashfaq, it was just like one batsman is willing to go after the bowling, the other one is pretty relaxed. They're probably not on the same page, which is why you feel Ashfaq was very reluctant. And I think the only reason why he left his creases was because my captain's calling me for a run, so should I go for it? Here, these two batsmen now. Don't know what the understanding is between them, but since the run rate is required is very low, they don't need to go after anything. He's limping. He's probably while sweeping. Has he smashed the bat into his own ankle? What has he done? No, he's pulled a muscle. Yeah, he's just stretched way too much to get to the ball.
Or maybe when he was running, he just twisted his ankle. Ghulam Shabir struggling at the moment. Physio's out there too. He's the set batsman. They've lost Rohan Mustafa and they can't afford to lose Shabir here. Maybe a little bit of banter going on between the two there, Ehsan Raza and Ghulam Shabir. Maybe Ehsan Raza reckons that it's not that serious.
Well, he's just come in to bat. You saw that he was a bit laid back in his whole approach, walking down, coming there. He seems like he's just been taken by surprise with the pace of the game here. Have a look at this. This is the moment. He's outstretched himself to get to the ball. I suppose that's the moment where he's actually got all the weight of his body on one foot.
Treatment's going on. It looks fit and fine now. Physio jogs back. There's a rising smile on Ahsan Raza's face too. Mohammad Usman, the next man in. Has a very unique hairstyle, Ramiz Shehzad.
Beautiful, beautiful. सीधा ल्याउने सो अलिकति स्टार्ट लिएर आऊ है अलि सिधा आऊ
These days,
ओइ
a lot of different and diverse kind of styles.
Yes, सर दाइ नोइजी रहन्छ केटा हो नोइजी रहन्छ एकछिन भित्र ध्यान दियो बोट
The Nepal team has walked around with Derek Pringle for a while. And he worked with them for a short period of time.
Beautiful,
Also when the coach was Dilip Mendes.
मजा आइरहेछ होल बोल सर दाइ बॉलिंग शॉट ओ बोय ब्यूटीफुल है सर दाइ क्या भाइरा है
Halfway through the allotted overs, 129 for 2. Rohan Mustafa started out really well, 62 for him. Ashfaq was run out for 19. Ghulam Shabbir has looked good in the middle. Recently joined by Ramiz Shehzad. Usman to follow. Mohammad Bhuta, he's a big hitter, hard hitter of the ball. Mufti is good too. Plenty of batting to come. Ahmed Raza, of course, is no mark with the bat. Oh, life looking pretty easy for UAE. Sunny afternoon here in Abu Dhabi. Improvises over the wicket keeper. Will take two, running back for the third as well. That's good running. The full length dive was already struggling.
He's down again, yes. Where's Shabbir this time? Have a look at that. He's trying different things. Already pulled his muscle. But this time getting straight over the head of that wicket keeper. Not much pace in the ball, so it had a lot of time for that fielder from fine leg to turn around. But this dive again puts the pressure on that calf muscle.
me, Shehzad. He's got a very relaxed approach on the wicket. He stands, he'll take his time. Doesn't take very quick singles.
It's just like almost you've lost interest in the game. You're just so casual. You know it that my partner is 42 not out. Just gotta take a single and give him strike. That's what I should be doing as of now. It's a good ball. Just didn't touch. Just went all the way straight into the wicketkeeper's gloves. Dilip Nath there, flicking the bails. But both these batsmen from UAE have big smiles no matter what the situation. Have a look at this one. Well, from this angle, he just almost dragged him out of the crease. He kept his balance, Shabir.
Yes, Sandy, yes.
Well, he showed of his own bowling. Shakti Gauchan, 26 gone. He's been economical, Gauchan. Want to take another wicket. Nepal are desperate for another one. 221. UAE looking strong. Very good platform. To chase this down with ease.
Pressure, boys. Hey, 38 fielders. Hey, 38 fielders. Come on, boys.
Sandeep Lamichhane back into the attack. Is he the man who will provide Nepal with another wicket?
Yeah, Sandy. Sandy, over arm, Roy. Beautiful, Sandy.
Shehzad looking very comfortable now out in the middle. Shabir had a niggle early on.
Yeah, Sandy. Nice, Sandy. Hi, Sandy, hi.
Then a full line
Hey,
dive to follow.
It's you, it's
Three
you.
runs. So
It's
he's
in
in a bit of a spot of bother. But Shehzad looking good.
Oh, yeah, roll ball, Sandy.
Comes the other way.
That's the way, Sandy. That's the way. Yes. You can, Sandy. You can do it, baby. Come on, yeah, Sandy.
It's a big smile on his face throughout since he's arrived. Runs. Get one. They're just casually jogging across. They know run rate is not a problem. Just going through the motions. If they play out the overs, they should win easily. Should be over the line. Wickets is the key for Nepal.
Sandu.
Long off is being brought in. And you push the square leg back. He's being appealed against, but he's got bat on it, I suppose. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Leg buys. Leg by signal by the umpire.
Yes, Sandy.
Trying to improvise again.
Yes, Sandy.
That was close. Driven down the ground. Half stop. by Lami Channe. And that's the end of the over as well. 136 for 2. And Shabbir and Shehzad motoring along here. Things looking rosy here for UAE. Rohan Mustafa 62 at the top. Ashfaq was run out for 19 after that confusion with his captain. And now Ghulam Shabbir and Ramesh Shehzad is taking this innings along. Less than 90 required for victory.
Shakti from the far end now. They've got a good replacement in Shabir for Chaiman Anwar. If that's the change they've made and not between Haider and him, I'm looking at the batting order. And he's looked good. Important part is that he's carried on with that momentum, should I call it, with which they were scoring. Haven't let that down. Hasn't blocked one end.
Another single down to long off region. Paras Khadka, one would imagine, needs to be imaginative here. Maybe an over or two from Bhandari, because this is turning out to be too easy and too comfortable for UAE. Just maneuvering the gaps, taking singles, not taking any kind of risks because they do not require any risk here. It's Nepal. Need to make the move now.
He's got a short mid on in the name of innovation. And well, I don't know how handy this guy is going to be. Now he's short mid off to the left-hander. Almost played it back to the bowler. Just drops short. A lot of bottom hand in that. He's trying to push that on the offside. Ended up playing straight back at the bowler. Have a look at this again. He's like, don't go all the way. Just drops. Twice he's done that. He's taken his hand off the handle, trying to make sure it doesn't carry to a fielder. He's meeting the ball too early. He's carrying on, playing away from the body. Once again, inside edge. 28 gone, 140 for 2.
That's been the action so far here at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Nepal filing at 221 with Savkar 81 not out and Yanendra Malla 54. 2 wickets for Zahoor Khan. Wicket each for Ahmed Raza and Mustafa, and now UAE. Posting. Smooth sail.
Sandy. 1-1.
You know, coming back to your point, Zoeb, talking about the fielding captain Paras, you can't just allow the batsmen to just keep playing like this. They're rotating the strike because this is not going to help their cause. UAE will have that smile like you can see on Ramiz. They have no worries. They're playing at will. Got to make a few more changes probably in the bowling. You tried Shakti for 2 overs. And you'll see this also once in a while when the fielder is up in the circle. One bounce to the fence at long on from Ramiz. He can afford to do that because that area is vacant.
Good boy, check boys.
Boundary after a long time for UAE. First one for Ramiz Shehzad. Clears his left leg and smashes it over mid-on region. Shades of Misbah ul Haq in that shot.
With him, it would have gone all the way. So 128 deliveries, as you can see, and 76 required. Important, he got 8 wickets in hand.
Sandeep Lamichhane has failed.
You can see a good start there, almost a runner ball, 42 partnership, and then a double that, 81, between Shabir and Mustafa. It's just taking them to a stronger and strongest position. This too isn't bad either, the one at the moment, 26. That's the requirement. They don't have to hurry through any scoring because they're well positioned in terms of keeping the game in their control. 3.5 is required run rate. What is that? 3 to 5. As the brand new over starts with Shakti again trying to battle sweep over the keeper and gets a single on that occasion. David joins me. David, you can't ask for more as a batting side. Seems like this wicket is going to be a tough one if you're a bowler.
Yes. I'm not quite sure about that paddle shot because at Sakti's pace, you're not going to get the ball to the boundary, and this is going to bring you possibly one at the most. And if you just paddle it into the keeper, you might be caught. Changes to the field. It's pretty straightforward. 72 of 125 balls. You'd think they'd get there with, I don't know, 6 or 7 overs to spare. Shakti will have different ideas. Going along at just over 5 runs and over. Got that away fine, but again, it just isn't the pace for the ball to get to the boundary. Jog back for a second.
He doesn't offer much pace, does he, Shakti? So you got to work hard. You got to actually put some power behind the strokes. If you just paddle sweep or scoop, it will be tough for the ball to cross the boundary on its own.
He doesn't do much with the ball, but he's hard to get away, particularly on these sort of pitches. Economical bowler. Goshin, 33 now. The veterans of the side. Certainly one of the most experienced players. Again, you see the batsman can't really use the pace on the ball to get it anywhere.
Also the length, I mean, Shabir being left-handed, not that it makes a difference being right or left, but it's just the length that he's bowling to Shabir is such, it's allowing him that much time to scoop it over the wicketkeeper. With this wicket, how well it plays for the batsman, you tend to feel that you are 50 short at least. Should have been somewhere around 250, 60.
I think we've had a much closer game than it would appear we're going to have at the moment. Here's the points table in the World League. As you can see, we've updated that with the result today. Scotland have beaten Kenya by 8 wickets. Comfortable win, chased down 140 to win down there in Dubai. So Scotland now virtually, well, they're through to the qualifiers, and Hong Kong, well, they should go through, and Kenya in big trouble. Looks as though those are the top 4 to join the bottom 4, if you like, of the full members in Zimbabwe. So confident win there, crushing win really for Scotland. Regime on back on. A little ball from this end though, pavilion end.
Yes, ball. Ball Sakida. Sorry, Basida, ball. Hey, no singles, no easy singles. Come on, Basida. Ball. Yes, yes. Basandai. Ball, Basandai. Sweep Square Harif.
Come on, Shabir, the no fly, Shazad rather, the no flies on you.
Ball, yeah, Basandai.
Turn and spin there.
Ball, yeah.
Might have to have a look at that again. Haven't seen any of this so far.
Once in a while you do get to see that bounce and that turn. Just leaving that right-hander. It wakes up a batsman for a while.
Ball, Basandai. Pressure on, boys, pressure on.
Batters here, both of them, be using the crease more than they are, getting back and just playing down the ground off the back foot, as well as they seem to be on the front foot almost automatically.
Yes, yes. Basandai. Basandai.
15 of 27 for Shazad. Oh, he's waited for that one, but doesn't get any of it. It's there to be hit. And with the over. 31 gone. 153 for 2.
UAE have manoeuvred the ball around well. As you can see there, pretty low percentage of dots for 31 overs. They should be using the crease far more against these slower bowlers.
Shakti in his 5th. None for 15.
Come, Shaggy. 1 wicket here, boys. Yes. No run, boys. No run. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Ayo. Wait. No, Sagar. That's the way, Sagar. That's the way, boys.
You think the UAE batsmen, since they know that they have 111 balls left for the 69, just taking it too easy, just enjoying themselves out there? Both the batsmen just put the shutters down. They're trying something, but just finding the fielders. On this occasion, I think they've heard me. Finally, a boundary after a while. Well, Shabir goes for that and gets his 50 of 73 deliveries. He's batted well and kept the momentum going when he came out to bat. He's earned himself this with 5 boundaries.
But this was the danger, of course, when he does go for it. Not that far away from mid-wicket, and he'd have been kicking himself if he'd have hit that one into the chest of the Nepal skipper.
That's the first time I've seen that short mid-off fielder in play. Surely saved one there.
Over.
32 overs gone, 157 for 2.
Tidy enough over there from Sakti, but just gave away that one boundary. There is the summary of the match. Lovely afternoon to be playing cricket here.
Good confidence. Yes, boys.
In
Come on.
Abu Dhabi.
Come on, boys. Teacher. Yes, Basandai. Yes, Basandai. Come on.
Still on 15, Shahzad. Finding it
Yes,
tough to
boys.
find a gap for that single. It's good on the bowlers who kept things tight on him.
1.
Sweeps and gets it away for 1. Reduces the required score to 64 now. You can see the small scoreboard. Zayed Cricket Stadium, Abu Dhabi. It's now got 2 more grounds outside, which is the Oval A and B. Lovely facility. Lots of games are happening these days. The other day we saw USA playing next door. Nepal has had a couple of games there. Shabir's decided he's going to try, and again he's pulled his muscle because he's been constantly trying to play that sweep when he puts all the weight of his body on that back leg. And again he's pulled it. Again, the long run for the physio. Have a look at this again, David. He's tried a similar shot before, and he pulls it out, stretches his back leg.
That looks painful, doesn't it? Oh. He's saying that's it, I think. Needs to retire hurt. And I think the umpires are going to use that little break for some drinks. So we'll take a break here whilst poor old Shabir is getting a bit of treatment. Will he be able to continue? Join us in a couple of minutes to find out.
नहीं जाता अब भएपछि सिधै जान्छ बाहिर हेर्नु दाइ पसन्द है ए यो वाला शॉट लगा है ल अब इसको शॉट बंद हो गया अब कैच जाएगा वो मार के
Well, we're ready to go again, and Shabi has had a little bit of treatment. He's decided he's going to carry on. And strikes that one firmly. Went long on for a comfortable single, just jogs down to the far end. He's not comfortable.
Neither am I. Almost stripped. I think it's that time of the day.
Oh, boys!
In your eagerness to get back to the microphone to impart your little pearls of wisdom.
थोड़ा देख के बात करना थोड़ा देख के करी
He's actually spending a long time getting his field just right. Down the pitch, way back over the bowler's head. That's gone over the sight screen at the far end. That's over the hills and far away. Biggest hit of the day by a long way.
Yeah, Ramiz got right under that. It was straight when he played it through the line. Have a look at this shot. He's a powerful man. Yeah, just one step down and he gets it straight near the side screen. That shot has now pushed the short mid-on away a little wider.
No.
Ali, I couldn't understand. He's standing there short mid-on. He's got a man right behind him in the deep. Long on.
Sensible play. You push the field back and then you exploit the gaps. Take a single.
Come on, boy. Boy. Wait. Yes. Come on, boy.
Just 54 to win now, and you just wonder whether the UAE will just put the foot to the floor, the pedal to the floor, race away for this win. Hit that hard. I think that's going to go all the way. It is. Well, that's a powerful shot because there was no pace in the delivery, and he's had to force that through the offside. A big meaty forearms punching that one past extra cover, and that's away to the boundary.
He rocks back and smashes that through cover.
We've got the updated table there. The Netherlands are winning as well today. They've beaten Namibia by 8 wickets, which is perhaps ominous for Nepal, given that Scotland beat Kenya by 8 wickets and currently they have the UAE have 8 wickets in hand as well. That's not gonna. So Netherlands there looking to finish top of the group. Now that's important. Top 4 qualify for the qualifiers, but not only is it good to top the group, but with the new ODI league of 13 teams coming in, when that takes off in a couple of years' time, 2.5 years' time, the top team in this World League joins the 12 full members. So that's looking very good there for Netherlands, who they could still just be caught if PNG win both their games and there's a big change in run rate. It's not going to happen. So looks as though, very much as though, Netherlands will join that new ODI league when it gets underway, the 13-team ODI league. Here's Cammy back on, the quicker bowler. Probably should have been back, I don't know, 6 or 8 overs ago at least. Been quite sharp, what we've seen of him so far. More pace, pulled away to deep backward square leg. What we do know is that the 4th game today will not finish in an 8-wicket victory. It was a good contest going on between Papua New Guinea and Hong Kong. With 85 needed to win off 15 overs there, so that could go down to a cracking finish, Hong Kong and Papua New Guinea.
Just 48 now required. With the quicker bowlers now coming in, you probably like to think that you can get runs as quick as possible because it's got pace available. Earlier, we saw Shakti and his partner really slowed things down for UAE. The whole game got into a very low gear. Meanwhile, Shabir got to 57, Shazad to 28.
Ball coming off the pitch, of course. Cracking back foot drive through. Will this be the 3rd 8-wicket victory of the day?
Surely Nepal didn't capitalize on the opportunity of scoring more runs on a wicket like this. They just couldn't get that momentum going in the middle overs. Kept losing those wickets, though overall they only lost 6. It's just that they didn't have enough fuel left in the last 10 to get maximum out of it.
I thought this fella did well though. Cammy was impressed with Cammy's cameo.
Yeah, his 20 odd runs, or it's exactly 20 runs, 19 I think, helped his partner get to 81 not out.
He put the oomph back in the innings, didn't he? After it had stalled, he got it going. Cracking little innings.
2 was the call, and 2 it is.
Shabir seems to move all right when he's in danger of losing his wicket, in danger of being run out. Seems to move fine then. There you go, look, 45 needed off 90 balls. If maths hasn't changed since I was at school, and most other things have, that means they need a run every 2 deliveries. A few loyal Nepalese fans in the ground. Over down below us in the stand, and over there on the banks as well, on the far side. Finding a bit of shade. Been a hot day here today. There they are. Not a lot to cheer about, I'm afraid, lads.
What happened to all that grass? Probably just the renovation stage here. Noise surely has gone down. They were very noisy earlier on. Slow, low, full toss. He had actually decided to scoop it. It's clever of the bowler to he kept following the batsman.
Just not the pace on the ball to play that shot. He should surely be putting his pad forward and scooping it that way rather than staying on his feet. Again, all the power has to go into the shot there. Skipper over to arrange the field. Good to see Khadka still attacking, still wanting to take these wickets. He must know the game's up at this stage.
Sandu, stay in there, Sandu. Sandu.
Been in there a long time now, Shabir. He really should be finding the gaps with shots like that.
Bharat has got to try something different with the field at least, just to make it a little more exciting or create an opportunity here for their side. Got to break this partnership, get some wickets going. 36 gone, 179 for 2.
It's all been far too comfortable for the UAE. One of those wickets was a gift.
The bulk of the scoring has been done right up there. Rohan and batsman number 3, Shabir. So chasing 222 and 2 of the batsmen get half the score. They get into a position just like this. They got slip in position. One man catching. Rest of regulation. 4 men inside the circle besides the slip. And he slogs that one. 1, 2 bounces.
Picked his spot. There's no deep mid-wicket. There's nobody out there at cow corner. And hit that very firmly. Gave it a bit of air, but Shazad comfortably in at the moment. He's seeing it big. Smash that one away.
Come on.
39 to win, a question of when, not if.
पसंद आई
Changing the angle now. Coming over the wicket. Prefers around the wicket, but this will do for him.
He's beaten that fielder at cover, and that ball has enough pace on it to go for a boundary.
If you're going to come around, you're going to come back over the wicket, you don't bowl wide. Gave him a lot of width there. Have a look at this. Tossed right up. Oh, that really was a gift. 4 more. And the target comes down again.
Great placement as well. This time off the back foot, doesn't beat the fielder. 37 gone, 188 for 2, and a change in commentary.
$188 for 2. Ghulam Shabbir and Ramesh Shehzad helping UAE to close in on a victory here. Just 34 more to get. Good work in the field. Shabbir was quick. Good to learn because he was struggling with his foot earlier on, and now sprinting for a single. 6 runs partnership so far.
Shot by now. Sorry.
Lami Channe trying something different here, coming around the wicket. Well driven again.
I certainly feel that the UAE batsmen have done well to get themselves back into form. They've been pretty much in control of the chase.
No.
At the same time, the number of dot balls that have been played out by them could have actually been avoided. They've been forced dot balls just to ensure that they don't make a mistake. And then forces like these to score those runs gets them to perish, forcing the pace to get the ball down to the onside region. Shehzad, just an easy return catch to the bowler.
Ramiz Shehzad perishes. Top edge. Tried to force the issue there. Off Lami Channe. And Lami Channe takes a good catch of his own bowling. 190 for 3 now. UAE. Mohammad Usman walks in. Not much to do now here for UAE. Just around 30 odd runs. Usman put up a good fight against Afghanistan in the first innings. And once again, hitting the top edge. He knew it there and then. Once the ball ballooned up in the air, he just started walking off.
Yeah, one of those rare chances where a bowler would miss a sitter. Can though, but rare. Oh, very nearly. Very nearly got played on to the stumps as well, this one. Successful over for Sandeep. 190 for 3.
That was close. Is there a twist in this tale? Rohan Mustafa 62, Ashfaq 19, Shabir going strong, look good too.
Yes.
That's ambitious thinking, isn't it? That there is a twist in the tale. You're laughing.
Did you ask a question or did I? You asked the question and you're answering it yourself, Zoeb. So I think it's. I know it's been a little slow during the day, but this was pretty adventurous. Ask a question on the last ball and answer it on the first ball of the next over.
Thank you. I waited for the answer, but you started laughing on the question itself. The answer never came, so I thought, okay. Again, I'll ask a question on a question. That is it too ambitious from my side?
I'm glad you're not a quiz master. You wouldn't need an audience.
पसंद आई
sure the Nepal bowlers are pretty slow in terms of maintaining a bowling rate, considering they've been four spinners bowling consistently in the last hour or so, hour and a half.
Several meetings between the overs. They haven't found much success today with the ball, just 3 wickets. One of them was run out. Mustafa was dismissed after scoring half century.
Shabir's hung in there. He's toiled hard for his 65. He's been cramping up but not wanting to let go, not wanting to go out and get any sort of rest or attention from the physio. He's ready for the grind. He knows it's hard work getting an opportunity in international cricket. And when you're striking well, you're scoring well, make sure you continue.
That's the end of the over. 192 for 3. Talking of UAE, they would have so loved to get into form earlier on in the tournament. Because now they are at the bottom of the standings. Yes, on the verge of winning this one. That won't help matters in the context of this competition. That's been the story of the match so far. 221 for Nepal. And in reply, the UAE just 30 runs away.
450. You have to switch on.
They should win this one with plenty to spare.
A lovely wicket to bat on. Hitting through the line. Really feel wickets like these encourage any batsman to come out there and play a long innings. If you're in good form, you can continue getting those runs. If you're not in the best of forms, it encourages you to toil a bit and gets you the value for your shots as well. Hard wickets, and especially those players who prefer to play it down the line. Ideal conditions. More in hope than in reality. Something that they got off to beat the bat and hit the pads of the batsman.
That's very ambitious from Lame Channe. Way outside the off stump. You'd be itching to go out there and bat on this wicket?
Since day one. It's been 5 days that I've spent here. For sure. I think it's a beauty of a track. Never have the opportunity of playing in the UAE. But looking at these wickets, I think if I get a chance, I will definitely like to play on this wicket. Very, very nice batting wickets. Seen largely in the UAE stadium only. But next couple of days, we'll be down there at the Dubai Cricket Stadium, and I'm sure the wickets remain pretty similar over there too.
Plays it away into the gap. Boundary for Usman. As UAE inch closer to a victory here. Gets to the pitch, sweeps it, one-handed in the end. Into the wide gap. Traditionally, there's more bounce and pace in Dubai as compared to Abu Dhabi. As we come to the end of the 40th over, we should expect the ball to carry.
Third power play is being signalled by the umpire now. Allows a Nepal team to have 5 fielders outside the ring. Not that really it's required, because 24 more of 60 deliveries, but the captain has taken the call. He expects the UAE batsman to go down the wicket. He's got a widely spread out field, a deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, wide extra cover. Space is easily available for singles for them as well.
One.
You mentioned the wickets in Dubai will have probably more bounce in them. Never played there, but I watched a lot of cricket from earlier, especially when it was played in Sharjah. Used to have very, very nice batting tracks. You could actually see a reflection in those wickets as well. Hard, bouncy tracks. Have played in Karachi myself. But when you come here and play, you know that they are good batting tracks. Completely contrasting view to that was the game yesterday, which Afghanistan won against Ireland. Low scores, 100, 200, less than 240 was what Afghanistan got, and Ireland got bowled out in 100 runs. You were there. How would you explain the wicket or the skill?
I think the wicket was true, the wicket was really good, but it was Mujib Zadran, the youngster, the 16-year-old from Afghanistan. He mesmerized Pakistan's under-19 team earlier on, and yesterday on his debut in international cricket, he was all over the Irish. And he bowled with the new ball. His control is commendable, completely flummoxed everyone. By the end of his spell, he already had 4 wickets, and they were 6 down for nothing. So after that, we're always looking down the barrel.
41 gone, 201 for 3.
Mujib Zadran, what a wonderful debut. 4 for 24, he was the man of the match as well. Well, sometimes Shabir lands in a way where he's hurt, then he dives, and this time he's hit the bat. It's on foot.
It's a nice experience for young Sandeep. He's into his 9th over. He's picked up a wicket, given away 40 runs. But more importantly, it's just that he's bowled from either ends. He's been used as a very consistent spinner by his captain, of getting in 2 or 3 overs each spell.
Ah, shit!
Clearly not happy, Usman, with himself. Well, here's that ball where he's hit his foot. Not really. I thought that it was the bat that he hit his foot with. 203 for 3. Paras Khadka used all his resources. Only 2 wickets of the bowlers and a run out. Himself bowled just 1 over, went for 11 runs. Well, just a matter of time now for UAE. It's less than 20 required. Mohammad Usman in the middle with Shabbir. Bhandari into the attack. Lalit Bhandari started off well, got the movement off the wicket too. It troubled the UAE captain Rohan Mustafa. Now it's a bit too late for him to make any impact on this game. Well played into the gap. Take a couple of runs.
Seven bowlers used by the Nepal captain. He's certainly been one of the most impressive quick bowlers around. Lalit Bhandari. It's a good rhythm. Gets the ball to swing as well. Certainly a very, very good prospect in international cricket, considering Nepal is one of the team contenders of hoping to get a place in the qualifiers. Young fast bowler, steaming, and even it's nearly the end of the game. need to have a big heart. You need to have a lot of patience. These wickets are very good for batting and will be really assisting. Rarely get any assistance from them. 15 required now for the UAE team.
Ghulam Shabbir may have struggled with his foot, not with the bat. It looked so good, at ease, at home. Very relaxed approach. Fine drive. Couldn't get hold of it. Straight to the man. So UAE looking to end their campaign on a high here.
No!
That's the end of the over. 208 for 3, just 14 required. So just 14 required now for UAE. Register a comprehensive victory over Nepal. Sandeep Lamichanne continues. Takes a single. 13 now.
Catch it! Shot. Very well played there. Wouldn't get to the boundary because it got a lot of height there from Shabbir.
Shabbir wants to finish it early. Well guided. Just 11. UAE easing to a win here. They're dealing in singles at the moment. Not going for the big ones. Shabbir tried one. Didn't come off well. that's the end of the over. It's 212 for 3. Just 10 to get now.
Bhandari gets a thick outside edge from Shabir. He's making sure that he gets enough bat on it. Wanted to play it in the V, went actually in the A. Zoeb's just taken a walk to get down to the end of the hall, and I'm joined by Sikandar. Don't you think that Lalit Bhandari has been one of the good upcoming fast bowlers? This is the first time that I'm seeing him. Bhandari, the left arm, quick. He's been impressive.
He's been persistent with his line. I saw him getting a bit of movement earlier on as well with the new ball when he was bowling from the other end. He's trying to bowl, shaping it into the right-handers. He looks like a bowler where if you have a good coach around, you work with him, he surely not only will have extra pace on him, but also can add some more variety. You say modern day cricket across all formats, you have the slower ones, the back of the hands, you have that specialist death bowling length that's nicely flicked away for a couple probably. That's well done in the field. What stage do you feel that Nepal has actually put their hands up there? I think we've lost grip on the game.
I think when Rohan Mustafa was partnering Shabir earlier and they were having a very, very good partnership going, which was just around the first drinks break. I thought they were just going through the motions. They had an attacking field set. The two spinners came in from either end, the left arm and the leg spinner. I thought they were just waiting back on their heels to get a mistake to happen from the UAE batsman. That's where I probably thought that how to come out of this situation, it'll take them a while. It's largely got to do with experience, a lot of cricket that they would require to play, which of course will come in as the years go by. But I thought that was the time where they actually gave up on trying to win the game.
That's a good one. Slower ball. Yorker length tipping into the batsman. Good to see this level, the youngsters who know that there's nothing left in the game, but they don't stop trying. Probably for some individual brilliance as well, which is okay if it works for your side.
Yeah, he's ready to bend the back again with even to the left-hander who's played a beautiful shot on the onside. It's never easy to play these shots, but when you're batting on 73, you see the ball really, really well. Just a transfer of it and just clearing the infield.
He's done well to carry on with that injury. A muscle he pulled, he's got the physio out on a couple of occasions, but wanted to carry on, wanted to bat on. It's two required now by UAE. They're at the bottom of the table. they'd like to take this victory home. And comprehensive one with 7 wickets.
Yeah, it'll be a tough fight for deciding who the player of the match will be. And the match summary that we just saw, it's batting on 77 now, Shabir. Sharad got runs as well, 81 and a wicket. Inside edge.
Well, I've always wondered that, does a man of the match have to be on the winning side? I mean, the individual performance has the maximum impact on the game. Usually you'd say in this situation, though the opposition batsman has got 81 and if he finishes 77, still he's stayed there to finish the game off to see his country win the match. But do you feel it's necessary to get a man of the match on the winning side?
Not at all. I think it's just the impact that you created to getting your team in a position of making an impact, especially if you end up on a winning side. Of course, Sharad had a very, very good role to play for his team to reach the target of 221. Coming back and picking up a wicket as well, Sharad Veswarkar. So the contribution that he makes to his team, to the playing 11, versus the contribution that a winning side player has made to the cause, I think that really needs to be measured. I'm not of the view that every time a team which ends up on the winning side should have a match player of the match.
This brings me to the point of how many man of the match are batsmen. You see in the shortest format probably, you hardly get any bowlers getting it, just 4 overs. How many times do you see a bowler getting a 5-4 in 4?
Yeah, now the trend is changing. Any bowler who picks up 3 wickets or 4 wickets in a 50-over match or 3 wickets in a T20 game, the options do get tilted in favor of a bowler getting the player of the match awards, which is nice to see.
Having said that, in a T20 format, a batsman getting 30 odd is considered as well. Or a run out, then yeah.
There's more than 100. Shot. Very well played. Extremely well timed to get the winning runs for the UAE. And it is a made injuries out of the way. But what a beautiful shot down the ground from the left hand. His front leg back a bit, allowing himself to hit the ball down the line. Any cricket, test, one day or T20, this remains a delightful looking stroke. He will be happy with his effort and so will be his team. UAE asking Nepal, after winning the toss, to go out there and bat first. Very comfortable in total. They've done it well. Pass Khada will be a little unhappy. Is that it's the young team who are